Hi folks, Lone Wolf here. Welcome back to the channel. Just a quick one today for the technical tips. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some power to my top box here. As you know, coming out, vlogging, doing all the rest of this stuff, I can be out 8-10 hours a day and using the batteries is a nightmare. I use a DJI Action 3 and you can't, when it's on your helmet here, you can't charge it. Some of the people on the GoPro can use a pack in your pocket to keep your phone charged. Unfortunately, DJI you can't. So the only remedy is loads of batteries. So to keep, I can have one in the camera and two in the box, but by the end of the day I could well be run out. And sometimes you can do what, 10, at least 8 hours of filming just to get half-hour footage to make 1 or 2 videos. So you need the power. So I thought, I know what I'll do, I'll put some power in the top box. Now this ain't a world beater, I've seen it on the internet before, other people have done it. I've got a slightly different take on it. What I'm going to do is use this. Actually, I think you can see it. This little device I've had off Amazon. Only about, I think it was about £8, something like that. And then obviously the other one here, it's going to link to the battery. But in my case, I ain't going to link it to the battery. What we're going to do is, I'm fortunate enough to have an X-Easycam sat under the seat. And I use the accessory section of that to run my in-off K5 camera, the one I use for dash cam footage, nothing to do with vlogging. So it's quite a, should be, he said, should be an easy job. That should fit under there, that should come up here, drill a hole in there, and then connect that to that, and the job's a good one, he says. We'll see how we get on, shall we? Stay tuned. Okay then, part 1, take the seat off. I unclipped it earlier. Rest it down there, you can see, I've only got small garage these days. I used to have one that's as big as the house I live in now. But unfortunately, retirement, things cost a lot of money. And there we downsize. Sorry about the rain on the roof. It's absolutely ticking down as usual for a mid-July day. Anyway, you can probably see the X-Easycam here. Hopefully I can zoom the camera in and show it you. So basically all we've got to do is this part, which is the battery part, get from there through the back out into there. Now I can do it 2 ways. I can take all this contraption off and put it through, or I can be really lazy and just put it through there like that with my X-Easycam camera. I think that's going to be the easiest way. So that's how that's going to do. The other part, obviously, I'm going to put it in the box here. So as you can see, we've got quite a big circumference there. So I'll use the drill, dangerous drill, the cone cutter. Start bit by bit, nice and gently, until I've got a right good snug fit there. It does encroach a bit on the passenger seat, but I don't carry passengers. Mrs. Wolf will knock from there at the moment, so I don't carry passengers. So therefore, I can put it there. I think I'm going to put it over to the side here, so it's easy to get at. See how we get on, shall we? So, a little bit of a pilot hole in here. And now I'll drop the cone cutter in. Nice and gentle, bit by bit. My top box is only plastic. It's a pretty easy fix actually. Obviously if you use the other ones, not yet, the other ones, the steel ones, the expensive ones, well then perhaps a bit more difficult. As I say, I only got this cheap top box that I use when I'm away, and it ain't that often I'm away anyway. Come up. Says he. Might be actually the full length of the cowboy look at it. Try that one. Yeah, I think it's going to be the full length of the cowboy look at it. Yeah. Probably the full length of the cow. Hopefully, that should have done it. Give it a try. Yeah, superb. Great fit. This one, you can probably see, it comes with 4 screws to pop in. But I'm also going to put some silicone on it to seal it as well. So, I put a bit of silicone on. This silicone of choice, CT100. This stuff is wicked. Honestly, it does a great job. I'm just going to put a bit of smidgen on. There. That's the bit. Wrap it round with my fingers. To seal it. I think it should be sealed anyway, but basically I think this should just help it out a bit, you know what I mean? Nothing really of value in the drop box anyway, to be fair, other than my batteries, some camera clamps and that, wet jacket, bits and bobs. But as I say, that's all that's mainly in there. So we slot that in there. That in there. How's that? Snug as a bug in a rug it is. That's part 1 done. I'll pop the screws in. Oh, I've embarrassed myself by filming that one because that could be awkward. So I'll come back to me when I pop the screws in it. Right, so I'll put the screws in. Good job I put some silicone on it because it's plastic, it don't actually fit that perfect against the casing. Although this casing's slightly got a bend in it. So obviously the silicone I put on there will sort it out. There's a cover, rainproof cover. Drop that on. Part 1 done. Right, we'll get on to this now and connect up to the EasyCam. Okay then, so this part that's going to connect the power, put the negative to there, under the screw, no problem. I did originally think I was going to put it to there, but that's based out of plastic, so I couldn't confirm I got a connection. So if I get the voltmeter now, I'll put the switch in on the bike, and we'll check to see if we've got 12 volts from where we want it, which is part of the EasyCam. 11.88. That's fine. Job done. Let's switch that off. Next plan. I'll let it go off. Shut itself down. Then I'll connect this up. Says he. I just let the side power go. Connect this up here. I'll solder it. Make a proper connection. And then I'll use Eli-Shrink. Probably use Eli-Shrink. Slide it over there like that. And I'll be able to do it. So okay, I'll solder it and I'll come back to you. Right then, so we soldered it all up. So we'll use Mrs. Wolf's hairdryer now. like that. Let me shrink this on. Let it shrink it on. Says he. Well, that was some good water, folks. And I just think they were obviously too big. We try a smaller one. Try a smaller one. See if that's any better. More like it. Takes a while to use a soldering iron usually. A fair bit of ink on it anyway. Sorted. Thank you, Mrs. Wolf, for your best hairdryer. Yeah, that's got it now. So what I'm going to do now, Bolton braces, I'm going to tape it anyway, and then tuck it back under here, and then get the X-cam and cable tie that back down to where it's all been on. So I'll come back to you in a second. Okay then, so I soldered it up and I shrinked it. Then I put some tape on as well just to make it sure. Put it all back together, put the EasyCam back together, cable tied it down so everything's in there secure. This lead comes with a 10 amp fuse. But 10 amp is way too much. So I've dropped that down to 5 amp, which I think still is too much. But the EasyCam, I can lower that as well on the PC. I think it's set at 6 at the minute because it just covers that camera itself. So that's done. This is here. We don't want it. We've obviously got a cover to put on it. See? Like so. And when we do need it, we drop it on there. He has a look, says he. Swap that, push that in there. And bingo, the Lone Wolf is open, but he's got power in the back. So the next thing is, we need a USB socket to connect it into that. So I'll find one out and I'll come back to you. Okay folks, well this is a bit of an overrun from the other day. I was doing this connection to my top box and done it all, fitted it all. It actually was all working. I checked the video back and the rain was so heavy on the roof of the garage that I couldn't get rid of it. I just couldn't hear it at all. No matter I tried to edit it. So what I've done is, the other bit ain't too bad, but the last bit I've re-recorded. So what can I say? So, switch back on, check the EasyCam, checked everything, checked the voltage, whatever I've done. Put a bit of black tape on this. It didn't look the best, but it just suffices. Just allowed to see the red and black cable there. Plug that into there. Into here at the back now, I'll put my USB, which is off. It was actually a DIN socket. DIN to USB that fits in the side of the GS on one of my 1200s. So what I've done is I'll put that in, connect onto the back of that. Into it I've connected a double lead, because I've got a double lead that I can use. And in it I'll put the connection for the battery charging point. These are my battery charge. This is my battery charging point. You can probably see 2 batteries in for DJI. So what I'll do, I'll plug that in. Says it into here like that. I'll switch the bike on, and yes, there they are. They've gone red. That means charging the batteries. So now you should not hear me saying, "Oh, my battery's gone flat anymore," because I should have adequate supply of batteries. I've got 1 in the unit and 2 that I count there. Now the reason I've used the EasyCam, as I explained before, the idea behind it is if I switch off the ignition and I walk away from the bike, I can leave everything intact. So there I am, switch off the ignition. Ignition's gone off. It would take a while for it to switch off because it's on a timer through the EasyCam, obviously for the accessories, because I use the Inov K5 camera on here. So he says, will it go off? He's praying it will go off. The Inov K5 ain't gone off yet. So it should disappear in a second or two, he says. Yep, that's it. Gone. Job done. Job done. The wolf's a very happy man. Right, all I can say on that note is if you like what I do, keep looking at the channel. I'm sure there's going to be lots of comments on this little effort that I've done here. There's loads of people doing it, sort of in different ways. Some have done it better, whatever. You might think mine's a bit haphazard, but it suits what I want it for. Obviously, if I had an aluminium top case, might not have been so extreme the way I put it. Might look at a few other things. But anyway, it's served the purpose. It's done the job. So don't forget, give us a tick, give us a like, drop down the comments, as many as you want. I answer them all. Channel's growing bit by bit. It is a bit by bit. Like I say, from my small acorns, mighty oak tree grows. But at the minute, I would say mine's a twig. It's got a long way to go before it becomes a mighty oak. So tell your friends, get people to have a look, give us a tick, give us a like, give us a subscribe. So it's the Lone Wolf saying bye for now, but remember, just be careful out there. She's Lone Wolf, bye for now, see you on the next one.